Hey Canucks fans, does Bo Horvat have what it takes to lead this team out of last year's disappointment and into the playoffs this year? My answer is a definite yes. I'm Canuck Clay. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Friday, August the 27th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button for Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. I bring this topic up for a couple of reasons. Number one, want to continue the conversation that I started yesterday about alternate captains. And thank you for the great feedback to that vlog, talking about Brandon Sutter going to be an alternate captain once again, and then maybe an Oliver Ekman-Larsson or JT Miller added as another alternate captain. So of course, those guys will be alternates assisting the main captain, who is indeed Bo Horvat, entering his third year now as captain of the Vancouver Canucks. Also, this vlog is timely because Bo Horvat appeared with Thomas Drance on the Vancast, and that came out yesterday. And it was a good interview. It was a quick one. It was about 25 minutes. And Horvat, Bo didn't have anything. He had a lot of things to say, nothing like earth-shattering. I think a couple of people wanted to try and make a story out of a couple of his quotes, but there's nothing there that really stood out to me. But I want to talk about a couple of the things and then talk about his career so far and why I do think he's the right guy to lead this team right here, right now. So obviously Horvat talked about some of the changes that took place over the offseason, his excitement in getting Oliver Ekman-Larsson, in getting Connor Garland, and in getting Jason Dickinson, someone who he's played with and against many times growing up, same age, same draft class, all those things. Sad to see Alex Edler go. Alex Edler was the last of the remaining guys from when Bo Horvat first entered the league and joined the Canucks. So obviously he wished Edler luck, but he was excited about what the Canucks have. And they want to erase the stench of last season's Dog's Breakfast. And he talked about how the best players need to be the best players. That's kind of what we've heard other people have been talking about most recently. And Henrik said that quite recently, actually, when he was on the Vancast a couple of weeks ago. He also talked about that there needs to be no passengers. And I don't think that's a shot at anyone in particular, rather just a reminder that for this team to succeed, everyone has to pull their weight. Everyone has to outplay their contract, as Henrik likes to say, and everyone has to really at least meet, if not exceed, expectations. And I thought that was kind of cool to hear. Another thing that he talked about was his desire to play in the Olympics and how it would be an honor to be named to the 2022 team. And this is the part where I want to bring in the story. You guys know that Bo Horvat, he's right there. Why? You guys know that he's my favorite player on the Canucks. I wrote a rap song about him to Bruno Mars, 24 Karat Magic. That's the 53 Horvat Magic that you always see me tweeting about. I met him a couple times, but the reason why I really started liking him is my son Sean caddied for him in September of 2015. So Sean was only 14 years old. Horvat was 20 years old, so only 6 years difference. It wasn't a massive difference. But Sean got to caddy for Bo at the annual Jake Milford charity golf tournament. So their 14-year-old Sean was driving the cart around with the future captain of the Vancouver Canucks. And Sean and I joke around now how it was so grateful that he didn't crash the cart and injure Horvat somehow. And it was cool. Even Bo was going to even let Sean hit some of his shots, but unfortunately Sean's righty and Bo's a lefty. So, but he still signed a hat, gave it to him, was going to Sean for true caddying advice on clubs and reading the greens and everything. So all in all, that was a really, really cool introduction for Sean to Bo. And I got to speak to Bo that day. And even on that day, back in September 2015, he talked about his desire to play, to represent Canada in the Olympics. And of course, 2018, he didn't know at that time that no NHLers would go. But even then, that was probably too young in his career. That would only be 3 years into his career. So the 2022 team is the one that would make sense. And he's got a shot. It's not a guarantee, but he could be named as one of the fourth line, probably wingers. The team's going to have so many centers. So probably a good, versatile two-way player with good offensive upside, good in face-offs just in case. But all those things, all the reasons why we like him so much, maybe as a fourth line player for Team Canada. So overall, I thought it was a really, really good interview by Thomas Drance on the Vancast with Bo Horvat. Now we know that Bo was drafted in the first round, 9th overall, way back in 2013. That's when the Canucks, in a surprise move, traded Corey Schneider to the New Jersey Devils for their 9th overall pick, who the Canucks then used to select Bo Horvat. So he did one more year in junior after that, and then joined the team in the next year. So he's had 7 full seasons with the team. And here's the one thing that's, there's a few things that stand out to me about Bo and why, leading to why he's such a good captain. He's been remarkably consistent, and he's improved almost every year. And when I say consistent, he played 68 games in his rookie season, and then his games played go 82, 81, 64, 82, 69, and 56. So that means this season he played in all 56 games. The season before that, in the shortened season, he played all 69 games. And then 3 of the other 5 seasons, he played either 81 or 82 games. Only 2 years that he didn't play basically a full season. And that was the first year, his rookie year, and his fourth year when he had that high ankle sprain. I was actually at the game where he suffered that injury. So he is very reliable, very durable. And it's not like he shies away from contact. He's not the biggest guy. Everybody's not afraid to throw hits or to mix it up a little bit. His points per game, we've seen that improve throughout his career. 0.37 to 0.49 to 0.64 to 0.69 to 0.74 to 0.77. So, and then down to 0.70 last season. So in each of his first 6 seasons, he improved year over year. And even last year, still had 39 points in 56 games for a pretty poor team. So we see that his offensive ability has gotten a lot better. His finishing, and I just remember when he's deking all the St. Louis Blues out of their jock straps in that bubble playoff, series 2 seasons ago. That was pretty cool. And I think we knew how good Horvat was. We knew how he loves doing that outside in move, but we saw that once he gets going at his top speed, that he is quite tough to stop. He's got a good release on his shot, good nose to the net. And he's good. We know that he's good in the face-off circle for sure. Another good part of his game. And the one thing that he didn't start off as the best skater, and he worked very hard in his first few years in the league, working with a skating coach to increase his speed. And now we see the benefits of that. So we know that Horvat's not afraid to put in the hard work as well. Defensively, not the best. There was one season I remember where it seemed like anytime the Canucks gave up a power play goal, that he seemed to be on the ice. So I'm not sure if he's, and that's why they haven't used him as a penalty killer the past few years. So he's not bad defensively, but he's never going to be the shutdown guy that Sean Couturier is or Patrice Bergeron is, or any centers like that. So overall, though, Horvat's game has improved year over year, and I'm excited to see what he does with a bona fide high scoring line mate in Connor Garland, and then whoever else they put on his side, whether it's Pearson or likely Höglander or Podkolzin. So I'm excited for him to continue his offensive work. And defensively, he won't have to always take the hard matchups against the other team's best center. That's why we have Jason Dickinson. So Jason Dickinson coming in, taking some draws, killing some penalties, but most importantly, taking maybe the toughest defensive matchup so Horvat can concentrate on more offensive starts and more point gathering, not just point gathering, putting up good points and being a true leader on the team. So on the ice, I think we've seen from Horvat's work ethic and his desire to get better every year, that shows great leadership. Off the ice, I think he's really coming into his own with respect to leadership. He's a good communicator. He's good with the media. He's not the most exciting interview ever, but he's certainly articulate. He's well-spoken, and he has good, honest answers. And he's very good in the community. Obviously, as the captain, one of the leaders, if not the leader of the Canucks, work in the community. And the one thing that Horvat is getting known for is really standing up for issues and for standing up for social issues. There's a tragedy back in his hometown a little while ago that he spoke out about. And the one thing I do remember is when the NHL went on pause for a day or two back in the bubble, and he was actually one of the 4 players up front, along with Jason Dickinson and Ryan Reeves and one other guy, I can't remember who it was, but there was the 4 of them who were up front and said, oh, maybe it was Belmar actually, but those guys were the ones up front talking to the media with all the players from all the different teams behind them. It was kind of cool scene actually to see that. So Horvat's not afraid to speak his mind, and not without getting overly political, but at least being able to be a good mouthpiece and a good a good spokesperson for not only the Canucks but for the entire NHL at that time as well. So for all these reasons, off the ice, obviously very important. In the room, I'm sure he's well respected, especially as he grows into his third year of captaincy. But most importantly, on the ice, he needs to continue to lead by winning his battles, winning draws, by being responsible defensively, and by putting up points on the offensive end. And like I said, he'll have a better chance to do that with a guy like Connor Garland on his side this season. So Canucks fans, I'm here telling you that I do think that Bo Horvat is indeed the right guy to lead this team going forward. And whether that's to a great regular season and hopefully a long playoff run. He talked about how hungry he is. This is his 8th season, believe it or not. His 8th season. He's only 25 years old. And I think what he really wants to do is he doesn't want to be playing. He wants to be playing meaningful games and not just going through the motions in April. He wants to play in the playoffs where we've seen he can elevate his game. So for all those reasons, I do think that he's the right guy. He's a good choice as captain. And I can't wait to see what he's going to do with this team, leading this team with hopefully fans in the arena, trying to erase the memories from last year. So Canucks fans, let me know what you think. Have you been impressed with Bo Horvat's development? And I guess more on topic, have you been impressed with his captaincy so far over the past 2 seasons? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. I will do my best to read, react, and reply. Shout out to my Hall of Fame members, Jens95, Sim Alexander, Justin Credible, Nux fan number 29, Lucas Gates, Chris Seifert, Adam Broomfield, Shea Family Channel, Shannon Hollingworth, and Andrew Chang. Thanks for your support as always. And thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You are listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or any of my videos or the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Now, don't forget this Sunday, massive live stream starting at 10 p.m. and around about halfway through, maybe around 10:30. I'll make about 5 or 6 announcements, some small, some big, all to do with the channel though. And I can't wait to share those announcements with you on Sunday night. But in the meantime, for now, on this video, let me know what you think of Bo Horvat's captaincy so far. I'd love to know your thoughts. Subscribe if you like to. Like this video if you like to. Become a member if you like to. Leave a comment if you like to. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Have a great day. God bless. And go Canucks go.